If indeed you go up and do this,
Yep.
you better be a 10-win football team in the postseason next year. You better be.
Hey, Norling, Shay.
PFF released their latest mock draft this morning and had the Bears pulling off a stunner in the first round, trading the 10th pick, the 39th pick, their 4th-round pick, and next year's first-round pick to move up to 2 and select Abdul Carter. Shot or no shot? If the Bears did this, it would make the offseason an A+.
What am I giving up?
I just told you, the 10th pick, the
Tell me
39th
again.
pick, their 4th-round pick, and next year's first.
The 10th pick, so it's a pick swap. My first-round pick, my 39th pick, and a 4th-round pick. Wow.
And you go up and get the consensus best player in the draft.
That's a shot.
It's a shot I get. I like using my picks. Again, if my doctors sign off that foot is okay, you better 1,000% know that foot's not going to become a lingering issue. If he's not injured and he's going to stay healthy, well, is he a good player? And all of a sudden you're like, whoa, who are we blocking here?
Right. Well, that's the whole thing. You got to make sure that foot is 100%. If it is, I think he's worth it. And again, I'm not saying that he's this tremendous splash player, but he just happens to be the best player in this draft. I always feel that when I trade multiple draft assets, that I'll be able to get them back one way, shape, or form. Maybe not that year, but the next couple of years, I'll be able to try to replenish my draft picks somehow. Mm-hmm. So, and again, look at where my team is now. My team is stacked with veterans. And I have enough to win now. Imagine to be able to have Carter on the team to be able to add seasoning to what I think is already a talented team. Imagine having that. If you're like Carolina, or if you're like a team that's, toward the bottom, then maybe not. But I think because of where the Bears are, I think I would risk that. It would be a shot for me.
I would do it. It's an extremely aggressive win now kind of move. But if you feel like you can win now, you go get the consensus best player in the draft. Yeah, it'll cost you a lot.
Yeah, I'm giving up my number 1 pick next year. I'm giving up a 4th rounder should contribute. I'm not telling you he's going to be a superstar, but the 39th pick is a starter. Boy, you're giving up an awful lot. I know he's a really good player.
And next year's first as well.
That's what I said.
Yeah, But remember, people laughed when Houston went up to get Will Anderson, and people, what are we doing here? You're mortgaging your future. All they've done is win their division in back-to-back seasons, go to the playoffs.
Yeah, my first-round pick next year is going to be in the low 20s, Cap.
It better be.
If you do this move, yeah, it better be.
That's how I look at it. If you ask me the question, my would be my answer. Is like I'm confident enough that I have enough talent to be able to get it to the playoffs. And do some damage.
If indeed you go up and do this,
yep,
you better be a 10-win football team in the postseason next year. You better be.
Shay?
Mike Florio also had an absurd thought on the Bears regarding their new stadium. He published an article where he speculated that with the team claiming they are still committed to the lakefront as well as Arlington Heights and not marrying themselves one way or the other, though we all kind of feel like Arlington Heights is the move, Florio offered a solution that would involve the Bengals moving to Chicago and sharing a lakefront stadium with the Bears because the Bengals stadium deal expires soon. Shot or no shot, this could actually happen. Chicago would support 2 NFL teams.
Yeah, it's a no shot. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Leading the witness, Your Honor, brought to you by Aiken Law. 3126 million
For the great Howard Aiken.
Saw my ball. He led the witness there by saying how outrageous this thing is from Florio.
It's dumb.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that Mike Florio knows the distance between Cincinnati and Chicago?
He better. He's an attorney. He's an intelligent guy. He better.
Was supposed to be, right?
Correct.
I know he's a Pittsburgh, West Virginia Yinzer type. I understand that. But he also should be able to have a map understanding that that's stupid.
Yeah.
Yellow.
It's just dumb.
Cap.
Dumb.
Okay.
Dumb.
Now, the last part of that will happen. It may not be in our lifetime, Cap, but it's going to be in Shea's lifetime. There will be an AFC team in Chicago.
Unless I don't believe there will be unless they change the rules, because George and family can simply say nope, because they've got the right to do that.
Mm-hmm. As long as Roger Goodell is still the commissioner, anything can happen, as you well know. In our lifetime, we never thought that Baltimore and Washington would be that close again. They thought, Colts. But we have these teams within proximity of one another. If the NFL said jump, the McCaskies would say how high. I'm just telling you, that's how powerful the NFL is.
It is. I just don't see it happening. I do not. I disagree with you there.
Then what are you going to do? You're going to jump on with me when the Chicago Bears go from Chicago to Arlington Heights and then the Amazons come in to play at Soldier Field in the AFC? It's going to be great.
I'm not cheering for them. I mean, I won't cheer against them. It's a Chicago team. I'm a Bears guy.
Aren't you going to be with me at the games?
No.
The Amazons?
Absolutely not.
AFC?
Absolutely not.
Cap, think about it. 12 o'clock, we see the Bears in the skybox. And then 3:25, there's the AFC game right in front of us.
Not happening.
It's going to be great. What do you mean?
It's not going to happen.
It's going to be the Jets. And
if I was the Bears, I'd do the same thing. I'd be like, nope, not happening.
I'm working with Mayor Lightfoot, apparently. Doesn't understand the power of the NFL. It's amazing.
The Bengals also, like their VP,
No shot.
their VP came out and said when our lease expires in 3 months, our lease agreement, and after that we can go wherever we want to go, in theory. They're already threatening a relocation. Florio says, why not here? Share a stadium with the Bears on the lakefront.
That's just dumb.
On the lakefront?
Yeah, that's just dumb.
That's not happening.
The Bengals,
the two of them come together and pay for it.
People from Cincinnati are not traveling to Chicago to see the Bengals in mass.
But they don't care about that.
They and go, you guys have any people on the Friends of the Parks? They're not letting you in whether you had all the money or not.
Florio's point is it's not going to be the Cincinnati Bengals playing in Chicago. It'll be the Chicago Bengals. They will fully relocate.
No shot.
Not happening.
It's not the same brand.
No shot. Well, it's no shot. That's the end of that. It's a no shot. That's not happening.
That is correct. Not going to happen.
Now, maybe they can go to Kentucky. It's close.
Right. The Covington Bengals.
Yeah, they can play at Kentucky.
Lexington Bengals.
What's happening in Lexington on Sunday? Shay? Sundays in the fall. Nothing? What's happening on Sundays? They play games on Saturdays. Sundays, right there. Turn the lights on. Let's go. Kentucky.
Louisville,
right there. Turn the lights on.
Correct.
That's a shame that they've got. Well, I mean, the Bears are kind of in the same boat. But at least the Bears have land ready to go, Cap. Mm-hmm. Cincinnati does not. Shay?
all right, Alex Ovechkin broke Wayne Gretzky's career goals record over the weekend. Gretzky's records have long been held as those that would never be broken, and his points record still seems like it's never going to get touched. But Ovechkin toppled the goals record over the weekend. Shot or no shot, no one will ever break Ovechkin's goals record.
I mean, I'm never going to say never is not going to happen. I mean,
long time.
Yeah, I'm never going to say that. It won't be in my lifetime, but never, I don't see it. I do not.
You think someone's going to be able to get that longevity and do this?
Well, I'm not saying they will or they won't. It's just to say never. I never thought someone would break Gretzky's record. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say I'm never going to say never.
895 goals.
Yeah, it's unreal. How many guys are going to play the 1,500 games that you have to play? Like, it took Gretzky and Ovechkin the same number of games to get here. 1,487. How many guys are going to play enough games going forward to actually do this?
Well, how about this? How about if I offer this? In that sport, someone might maybe have the longevity, but not the production. Because those guys are some tough SOBs, as you know. Like, again.
They don't mess around.
Broken leg, spleen, one arm. They find a way to stay on the ice, Cap. Those are the toughest guys. Now, again, as far as that skill is concerned, that's something different. How Gretzky was able to accumulate that many goals, Cap, I guess you can get open shots when you've got defenders that's keeping you wide open to be able to hit those shots. Like Gretzky. he wasn't banged against the boards, Cap. He had McSorley and others to help him out.
He did.
So those goals, some of those highlights of Gretzky, hey, how was he so wide open? Because no one was around him. His teammates made sure he had open looks. I think Ovechkin might have had it a little bit more difficult.
Gretzky was it's not even close. Look at the points. Points-wise, it's not even close.
One of the
Gretzky
most insane...
was the greatest player, and it's not even in a discussion.
Yeah. Cap, nobody's coming on the air today and saying that Ovechkin's the GOAT now. The craziest, it's like Barry Bonds stuff, where you go, if you turned all of Barry Bonds' home runs into strikeouts, he would still be the all-time on-base percentage leader. And you're like, what? It's the same thing with Gretzky. If you just erased all of his goals, he'd still be the points leader.
That's correct.
Yes.
That is correct.
But over the next 24 hours, Shay, let's keep our eyes on that. That conversation is going to come up probably before the show's over. Not this one, but we'll be looking up at a screen. And the question will be asked, now that you brought it up, is Ovechkin the GOAT? You know it's happening, right? Someone's going to make a case because of what happened yesterday that he is the best of all time.
They better not, because it has zero legs.
He's 1,200 points behind him.
I get it. I'm telling you that conversation's happening, though. It's going to happen.
It can't.
Cap, before 10 o'clock, I'm going to point up at the screen.
1,619 points for Ovechkin, 2,857. 2,857 for Gretzky.
The breakdown of this and more on the Hockey Show tonight at 8 o'clock.
With Pat Boyle and Barstool Chief.
Yep. I'm good. CJ Moore, you know what they call me? Good teammate. That's what I do. Good teammate. That's what I just did right there. Thank you, Shay.
No problem, Hoodie.
And now coming up, speaking of Shay, a fresh yellow pad for this week. You know why? Because now it's time for Shay 7.0, the mock draft. What are the Bears going to do at 10? Find out next on Kap and J Hood.